Hello, welcome back. Oh, what a welcome break. Yeah, it is another week, a fresh start. 2 weeks ago, we had some pretty torrential rain mixed with some very high winds, and that was all starting to feel a bit grim. Not having any windows and doors in here wasn't really helping. And of course, with all the water that we had coming down through the ceiling, that really didn't help. And it got a little bit tense. But since then, the weather has completely changed. It feels so much better now. And of course, time to calm down and get on. That roof now is an absolute priority for me. And I need to make sure that I get that completely sealed this week. And then thereafter, get the tiles up there before it starts to get too warm. But in here, first of all, I'm just checking out where those damp spots were. And you can see that it started to dry out nicely. Hard to tell up here. I am going to be going over these ceilings, but it is quite patchy. And to help me along the way, I've got my little device here. I've had it for quite a while. It's a thermal imaging camera. Handy little gadget. While the boys are here, I'll use it on them. Brighter the areas, the warmer, darker the cooler. It tells me the temperature. That is dead cool. The original owner had put in these rods. You could see them up there in the vigas, the beams. And there's still one of those metal strips attached to it. Easier if I show you this one down here. And then the plasterboard is attached to those. Nice little method, and I think I'll probably be doing that. But even when I've gone over the ceilings through here, I can still see those vigas. So I can spot where I'm going to be putting those rods. Well, it's getting a little bit tidier now. A little bit to go as well. It's all just being dumped around back. I've got nowhere to put anything. I have got that meeting with the camera next week regarding the carport, both for the tractor and for the car quad and so on. And I can get a little storage area. Maybe that'll be a good start. And this pool table is becoming a burden now. I can't find anywhere for it. I think I might just have to get rid of it and keep the slate. It's really heavy, but it'll make a good tabletop. And as for all this, sell them. Get rid of them. Right. Sit. Good boys. Hello, Vera. Feels good doing that. Next week, I'll get the strimmer out. It's not the tidiest I've ever done. In the future, I want to use a lawnmower. But at the moment, because there are so many rocks down in that ground, it's only going to damage the blade. It'd be a lot quicker and a lot neater. Okay, let's get on. Oh. Got to be very careful here. That product works between minimum maximum temperatures. 28 degrees centigrade right now. And of course on this roof it's going to feel a lot warmer because of the direct sunlight. And I just don't want to tempt it. I'm going to wait until the sun goes down there. The shadow does come over here first, and this is the direction I want to be going in so it can follow me. No idea really how long this is going to take. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit more fiddly. But I got lights, and well, it will take as long as it takes. But I'm definitely don't feel comfortable doing it in this heat. Plus, I don't want to burn myself. So stepping back, we'll carry on. I'm going to have a cup of tea. It's only been an hour. Looks like I'm going to be battling with these leaves as I go along. They've got the right idea. Bugger me, this is difficult. I kid you not. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I did do down the cisterna using the same stuff. But I guess different time of year, it was a lot cooler. Wasn't going off as quick. It's like working with syrup. One bag is covering 5 square meters. So I'm getting that right. But I think perhaps I'm better off. I think I'm better off watering it down a little bit more. I guess working with one bag at a time probably wasn't the best idea for the first attempt. I'm going to try another one because I've got this little bit of meshing cut out down here, and I want to just complete this square, and I'll use half a bag, water it down a tiny bit more because that's still okay to do that. And if I can get that down a lot smoother than that, then it'll just give me a little bit of hope. Right, come back to this in a bit. sure what's worse, doing that or cleaning up afterwards. Right, tomorrow. Those pesky leaves. They won't leave me alone. It's actually not working out too bad. Clearing them out of the way each row. Obviously you don't want them under the meshing. But when they're landing on top while I'm doing it, they're not actually sticking. So it's not too bad. I could sweep them away afterwards. And when the tiles are down there, it'd be easy squeezy. Each row is taking me an hour to do. I can't do it any faster than that, and I don't want to rush it. And then in between, I have to clean the tools and the bucket because they're all getting too sticky. So that takes about 20 minutes, including the next mix. And I've got 12 rows to go all the way across there. And I'm standing up here thinking, this is really hot. So I checked the weather forecast. It's 30 degrees centigrade at the moment for the next few days. And that's going to be even hotter up here. And that's not good for the product that I'm putting down. So I'm holding back until early evenings, then early mornings, and just see if I can do as many rows as I can before it gets too hot or too dark. Well, I've got 20 bags. It's no good when you run out towards the end. I've done that too many times. Really frustrating. You've got to go back and get more. And I'm really hoping I won't need to get any more because they're really expensive. I guess if there's any left over, I can reuse them somewhere. I'll take them back. But while I was in the shop, they had this cardboard box and it was filled with it and water. Brilliant idea. It's really cool. So I thought, well, I'm going to test this myself. I've got my own cardboard box here and I've filled it. Not very well, but it has covered all the cardboard. So I'm going to leave it overnight and then I'm going to fill it with water, just leave it, see how long it lasts. We'll come back to it on Saturday and hopefully it won't be a pile of mush. Well, I hope not. Test this out. So close. We've got 2 more rows to go. And as tricky as this has been, obviously added delays with the temperature, doing it in the morning and evenings, I'm happy with how it's turned out. I've been overlapping all of the meshing, making sure that there is no chance of there being any bad seams. One thing I've been very careful with is just monitoring the pitch to make sure that we're not losing that. Of course, I can adjust that a little bit more when I'm putting the tiles on, but I definitely want to make sure that we don't lose that. Right. Good, good. Come back a bit later. All right. So I mentioned last year about glamping. And yesterday I went to the camera. The glamping, it looks like it is possible, which is good. However, my land is in 3 articles. And what I mean by that is from the front past the house, including the house, down to the back gate is urban. Then continuing up past the well all the way to the top is rustic. This side where you saw me cutting earlier on, that is another article. It's the largest piece and it runs from the front all the way to the very top. And I would have to combine them all first of all. And then the area that I'd want to do the glamping, I'd have to convert that into urban, apparently. Um, the house and any footprint that I have, building wise, structures, now the maximum you can go to is 300 square meters. Now with the carport and the tractor cover area, that also would need approvals, so I would have to get an architect in. I am going to speak to one. I'll let you know how that goes. Because it needs to be fixed to the ground, basically. You can't just have one floating or sitting on the surface, because in the wintertime it will just blow off. So it needs to be fixed. Now my tent up there is held down by pins, and I've got rocks going all the way around the outside to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And that's okay because they're movable. There we go. So it's all very complicated, but I will be speaking to the architect. It is something that I do want to do. But in the meantime, if I choose to go away from that option, I'll just get another tent, use the one I've already got for the tractor down here, and I get another one for the car, the bike, or the quad. Everything's doable, but it all needs that. I'm really hoping now that that top coat is going to go on a lot quicker, a lot smoother, and be a lot more satisfying. And hopefully I could do it before the sun goes down. We haven't got long. Let's do this. That's better. Oh man, that's such a pain in the butt. I literally swept that a minute ago. The wind has picked up and the leaves are coming down immediately. I managed this morning to cover a big area, and you can see where it's lighter. That's the fresh bit, and it goes darker as it starts to dry. And literally it was calm, and then bam, all those little leaves have fallen on there. I'm really hoping now that that dried just enough for them not to stick. And I was really hoping to get this one last strip done. It's only got an hour and a half to go, but I can't do it right now. I'll be risking it too much. That was a minute ago. You can only imagine how much is going to be down there in the next hour. So I'm going to leave it, come back about 4 o'clock when it dies down, and hopefully get this done. Hello. Yeah, I really should take that lemon off. It's been quite a while. So I'm back nice and fresh. It's Saturday afternoon from a beautiful ride. Yeah, after being up on that roof all week. Really needed that. I've got blisters on both hands, quite sore. It wasn't so easy. It may have looked kind of relatively easy, but trust me, on your hands and knees, it's quite a large area to constantly go over. But I'm happy with how that's turned out. I'll say no more on that one because next week I'm going to test it. And well, the walls, I'm going to use a different product on that. And then on Monday, I think I'm going to try and order the tiles or get them in. probably by Wednesday, and then start getting them down. I want to get that whole top bit sorted out, work my way down, as you know. In the meantime, the box. It's been, what, 4 days now? Not a drop gone, and the box is bone dry. Whew, that's a relief. So I'm going to leave you on a couple of little stops I did this morning on my ride. So until next week, take care, look after yourselves. Bye.